I'm going to be talking about central nervous system fatigue, or CNS fatigue. I generally do not look at muscular fatigue because if your nervous system is fatigued, it will appear in your muscles as well. So for example, if your central nervous system is really fried from a really heavy deadlift day, you might feel weak the next day. You'll feel it in your muscles too. But I'm just going to be talking about how to reduce the fatigue in your central nervous system and how to make it more tolerable so you don't feel the fatigue right after a workout. In one of my old videos, I talked about the difference between eccentric and concentric training and how I'm a type of guy who minimizes eccentric training. I used to have days, and once in a while I still work out today, where I would just focus on concentric only. So depending on what gym you go to, I'll do a deadlift or I'll do a power clean, and then I'll drop the weight right to the floor. That way I don't do the eccentric part at all. And the way I looked at it is if your concentric strength goes up, your eccentric strength will go up anyways. So I know there are trainers out there that will say you will get muscular growth if you do the eccentric training properly. Like if you go fast on your concentric and slow down a little bit on your eccentric. Like there are some benefits of doing some eccentric training overall. But if you're doing it to the point that you are getting overly sore the next day, your central nervous system will be affected too. I've made that mistake before. I would do eccentric training with more weight than my concentric, or I would go a little bit too slow on my eccentric that my muscles were so fatigued the next day, I didn't feel like I wanted to do my job properly. A few days ago, I did Arnold presses with dumbbells, and generally I went fast on my eccentrics. So when I got to the fourth set, I only did 6 reps. And then when I went to my next set, because I went even faster on my eccentrics, either it created a bigger stretch reflex, or it gave me more ability to get an extra 2 reps on the concentric portion. Another thing I do to reduce nervous system fatigue is train often. If you condition yourself to train often, you'll get used to fatigue. So even though your nervous system will be fatigued on a regular basis, you may not think you are fatigued, so you are already used to it. But if you only work out, say, once or twice a week, and you do a hard session, you might get better fitness results overall, but you're going to be really tired. Your nervous system will feel weak for a couple of days before it recharges again to do another hard workout. Although I will recommend train as often as you can, I would suggest alternate between heavy and light days. At least alternate between heavy and light days, so your heavy days, your muscles get used to lifting really heavy weights, and on the lighter days, your muscles get used to more endurance, and the nervous system won't be as stressed out from not lifting as much weight. Another thing to look out for is I would suggest full body workouts. Even when I did a heavy leg workout or a heavy back workout, I still drained my nervous system like crazy when I was doing a split routine back in the school years. So I don't see a point of doing a split routine if you're looking to improve your nervous system recovery. And then my final tip, or my last 2 tips, has to do with sleep and energy drinks. Get decent sleep. I would say go to bed anywhere between 10 and 12 at night and get a decent amount of hours. When it comes to energy drinks or any products with caffeine in it, I used to take a lot of stuff and it would affect me mentally. At one point I'll be very addicted to energy drinks, so when I went the whole week drinking at least 1 energy drink a day, and the next day I had massive fatigue. I didn't actually do any work the whole day because my nervous system was so fried from working out and withdrawing from the drinks. So I don't recommend like drinking energy drinks on a regular basis or any products that have a lot of caffeine.